John woke up early. The sun wasn't even awake yet. He took a deep breath. The air was crisp and cool. It smelled like autumn leaves and damp earth. John loved this time of day. It was peaceful and quiet. He stepped outside onto the porch. The farm was still asleep. He could hear the rooster crowing in the distance. Soon, the whole farm would be buzzing with activity. But for now, it was just him and the sunrise. John smiled. He was a farmer, just like his father and his grandfather before him. He loved taking care of the land and watching his crops grow. It was hard work, but very rewarding. John wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. John's farm was called Green Acres. It had belonged to his family for as long as he could remember. His grandfather had built the farmhouse with his own two hands. The old red barn was even older. John had so many happy memories of growing up on Green Acres. He remembered helping his father milk the cows and collect eggs from the hen house. He remembered playing hide and seek with his siblings in the cornfields. Now John was raising his own family on Green Acres. He hoped that one day his children would continue the family tradition. Green Acres was more than just a farm. It was a legacy. John went to the barn and got to work. He had to milk the cows, feed the chickens, and collect the eggs. He also had to check on the pumpkin patch. It was almost harvest time. John's favorite part of the morning was driving his tractor, Bertha. Bertha was a bright red tractor that his father had given him. She was a bit old and rickety, but she was reliable. John and Bertha were a team. They worked together to get the job done. John loved the feeling of the sun on his face and the wind in his hair as he drove Bertha around the farm. Just then, John heard a cheerful voice calling his name. It was his daughter, Emily. She was up early to help him with the farm work. Emily was a bright and curious girl. She loved spending time with her father on the farm. She helped him feed the animals and collect the eggs. John smiled as he watched Emily scattering feed for the chickens. He loved sharing his passion for farming with his daughter. He knew that Green Acres would be in good hands. The day flew by in a blur of activity. John and Emily worked hard, but they also had a lot of fun. They shared stories and jokes as they worked side by side. As the sun began to set, John and Emily took a break. They sat on the porch swing and watched the sky turn into a beautiful tapestry of orange, pink, and purple hues. The farm was bathed in a warm golden light. It was a magical moment. John wrapped his arm around Emily and gave her a squeeze. He was so grateful for his family and his life on Green Acres. After dinner, John and Emily went outside to look at the stars. The sky was clear and full of twinkling lights. It was a beautiful night. John put his arm around Emily. "Your grandpa used to say that we're lucky to live in such a beautiful place," he said. Emily nodded in agreement. "I love living on Green Acres," she said. "It feels like home." John smiled. He felt a deep sense of contentment and gratitude. He was home,